Welcome to another wacky world of RAM. Today's adventure. Just getting out here into the shop again. It's Monday. We had a good weekend, and we've had a extremely busy day. It's going on about 5 o'clock, and I figured I'd get out here and try to get something done and get the vlog started. Last vlog, which at this point in time when I'm filming this clip, uploaded it, and you guys saw it about 4 days ago. And it uploaded last Thursday, and it's Monday, so 4 or 5 days ago. By the time you see this vlog, it's probably going to be a couple of weeks since I uploaded the vlog. But when I left you on the vlog, I was finishing up the repairs and maintenance on my partition walls. And this vlog is going to be about the finish work on the mausoleum. We're actually going to get all the pieces in here, get all the last steps done, and get everything finished so we can do a setup vlog on it, or a reveal vlog. Right now I'm still in the shop, and if you remember, when we left you, I had mentioned I had a bunch of 2x4s I cut down into 2x2s, and I had a bunch left over. I got to counting, I have enough to do 6 panels. They were laying on the floor. I still got a mess from the last project there and down there that I need to get cleaned up. So I figure, one thing I didn't do while I was repairing the partition walls was explain my reasons for doing things the way I did. Yeah, you're going to hear Ram ramble a bit, at least in this section. Right now, I've got all my pieces. I've got my studs, I guess you could call them. They're 6 foot 11 1/4 inches long. The panels I do are 2 foot wide, so I've got 3 spacers I put on. And these are all cut, and I don't have the measurement with me, but it's like 20 inches, 21 inches. Let's see, inch and a half, 21 inches. Alright, yeah, they're 21 inches long. By the time I add those to these, I have a 2 foot panel. In my hunt, the way I came up with the sizes for my partition walls and my foam skins and everything stems off my big tent, the big blue and yellow one that we use. The height of those at the legs is 6 foot 11 3/4. So so I don't have one size to fit underneath one tent and another size to fit underneath another tent. I just do everything at 6 foot 11 1/4 inches. So these will fit underneath the lip of all my tents, no problem. Now, I have 2 different widths, this way, on my partition walls. I have 2 foot panels, 2 foot wide panels, and a 1 foot wide panel. The reason why I am doing that, it's a little easier on the math. It's way easier on storage. And I can get any size I want. The tents are either 10 foot by 10 foot or 20 foot by 20 foot. So like on the big tent, that's a 20 foot by 20 foot. It takes 10 panels to do one wall, along the outside edge. If I'm working on the interior walls inside the tent, let's say I need a wall that's 11 foot long, it would take 5 of these 2 foot and a 1 foot. Just simple math. And that's how I've designed my whole hunt with. Right now, though, I've got studs cut to length. I've also marked where each of these members are going. I got one here, one in the middle, and one down at the other end. Now all I gotta do is clean the table off and put everything together. So there's the reason. Anyway, I'm going to get these 6 panels made up, and then we're going to get the shop cleaned up and set up, and then hopefully tomorrow morning we'll get out here and we'll start working on the mausoleum. Hey, it's a little after 2. It's about 100 degrees outside. Actually, it's not too bad in the shop. It's a little cooler in the shop because I haven't had it open all day, so it still has some of the nighttime coolness. We got the partition walls done last segment. They're out there. Got the mess cleaned up. I'll have to dump a little bit more. got the first part of the mausoleum in the shop to get some work done, finishing work done on it. And it's the rafters. I've got 4 of them. They're fine, they're working as intended, but I had a problem last year. This top rafter I dropped and banged the tip real hard, it broke off. So I went and Gorilla Glued it together and then put some gussets or splines or whatever over the crack and glued those on and kind of, you know, reinforced the joint a little bit for a while the Gorilla Glue was drying. And I'm noticing on a couple others, which one, I don't know which one it is, but I've got another crack in the wood running through here. With the way these are designed, if they get dropped or hit on the tip here, they tend to want to break right in that area. So what I was thinking about doing is I'm going to beef them up. I'm going to use some Gorilla Glue and some plywood, and I'm going to go back through and I'm going to put gussets on these pieces, you know, right through here to kind of help beef this up on both sides. And then let them dry, clean them up. I never did clean this one up. You can see the Gorilla Glue all bubbling off. That'll be easy enough to clean. But anyway, I'm going to go through, this is going to be my first step on finishing the mausoleum. Okay, end of the day for me. It's 4 o'clock. It's 101. I'm going in the house and cooling off. I got some other things I can do. As far as work out here, I got the gussets on all the rafters. Here's 3 of them here. I'm going to need to get in here in the morning. Once they've dry, I'm going to let them dry overnight. And I'm going to need to sand down the edges a little bit and clean up the slop. Probably about an hour's work, if that. Probably a lot less than that. This one over here, I had some emergency repairs to do. The wood was starting to crack here, and then you can see the crack over here. I got the gussets on, attached, and I got that one clamped to try to straighten it back out, and I've also forced Gorilla Glue in on both sides of the crack. Once it dries, it should straighten it back up. But for now, I'm just going to let these things dry. And then tomorrow I can come out here, spend an hour or so, and get them all cleaned up and sanded. I don't know if I'm going to paint them yet or not. I might not. I haven't gotten that far yet. Part of me is saying paint them black. Roof covering on the mausoleum is black, so they'd blend in with the mausoleum a little bit better if they were black. Another day, another dollar. We're out here, back out here in the shop. And I got work on the rafters to finish up today. They've sat overnight, and as you can see, the great stuff has done its thing and foamed up. And I got some trimming and stuff to do. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be going over with various sanders, both a palm sander, my disc sander, and probably a drum sander. And we're going to go over and get these all cleaned up and sanded down. These over here are doing the same thing. They're kind of stuck together at the moment. I'll have to break them apart. You know, that's the miracle of super glue. Things stick to each other. But anyway, after I get them all sanded down, I've decided I am going to spray paint them black so they kind of blend in. It's 20 after 1. I got some stuff accomplished. Rafters are finished. There we go, and I even sprayed them black. But we got them all cleaned up, got all the Gorilla Glue and stuff off of them. So they look a lot better. Now I only painted the sides and the bottom. Yeah, look down here, you'll see the tops haven't been painted. Not going to bother painting the tops because once they're installed, nobody sees them. I think I'm going to take a break. Half hour, 45-minute break or so. Go in the house and cool off a little bit. Then we need to get out to this area right here. And we got to start pulling in all the wall panels from the mausoleum. I got a few skins there. I got some of the bigger pieces of the wall panels there. I've got more of it stuck in between here, more skins there, and there's some more actual panels over there in between the shed. I need to get all this into the shop because our next next little task is actually working on the walls and getting those finished up. And I'll cover what needs to be done on those when I get to that point. Hi, I had my break. I've been out here working in the heat. It's up over 100 already. Not surprising, it's going on 5 o'clock. I think it's like 102, 103 out there, if not more. We left you with the rafters. I got those painted. That was last segment. This segment, as you can see, I got all the wall panels with all their skins in here. Now, when I did these up separately. The wall panels here I did last August, September. Skins I got done January, February. They have never met. They've never been put together. So what I need to do is, like, this is a 1 foot panel. I got a 1 foot skin. I need to put it on top. I'll attach it down, and then I've got to go through and see if there's any overlap. I need to shave it down, what have you. And then I need to mark both the skin and the wall panel so I know which skin goes to what wall panel. That is on my small panels. The bigger panels, I have an extra added step I've got to do, and I'll go into that when I get to them. But right now, we're working just on the small ones. Yes, I'm dripping. It's over 100. Of course I'm going to drip. It's like 105, 106 in here in the shop. Got all the small panels done. In fact, the 1 foot, the 2 foot, and the 3 foot are done and out here. So they're out of the way. Those are done and out of the way. I've got 6 of these 4 foot wide panels. And I've got 4 panels with a hole cut out in the center of them for the light boxes. And I've got 2 that have no hole. I've got to get them matched up to their walls and fitted. My holes that I cut in the foam are a little bit off. I'm going to have to go around, like here I got to shave off underneath here and stuff to get them to fit. And I was off a little bit on the upper part, but the light box will cover that. Not worried about it. Anyway, I've got to shave out the inside. I've also got to take my rasp around the outside, clean up the panel on the outside. And then for the light box itself, since it's got a power cord in it, I've got to notch out this wall member here, probably using my router, so I can pass the cord up through this beam and hook it up and run the wire out the top. So I'm going to have to do that. Probably after I get done getting this skin marked. But every one of these wall panels that will have a light panel in it or has a hole in it, I'm going to have to notch. Alright, I just got one of the light boxes out here. I've got sitting in the hole right now. It's not mounted or anything. I'm not going to worry about mounting it right now, but I thought I'd give you a look at it. You'll get a better look at them when I get the mausoleum put together. But the hole is slightly oversized, especially on the foam. There is a crack all the way around, which is fine. I don't want to damage the skin, so I left a little bit more room. And my measurements when I originally carved it were a little off when I cut the hole. I didn't have the wall frames in here when I was, marking it out and laying it out for carving and stuff. So it's a little oversized up top. I'm not going to worry about that. We could put vinage and stuff over it if it's noticeable. It shouldn't be. That's at about the 6'5" mark, and with the light box in there, you really can't. You probably won't be able to see it unless you know it's there. But for right now, I need to get the skin off. And if you'll notice, see right there, you can see the plug. That's where the power hooks up into. There's a 2x2 that goes across here. I'm going to notch that out so I can stretch that up through here, and I can make my connection up in here. And I'll show you that here in just a bit. Okay, simple, quick, and easy. I went and used my router, cut a nice big groove. There's my connection for the light box. I can put the control box here, make my connection to the light box, so I'll be hooked up. And the remote sensor, I can stick out the crack, that way I can change it if need be. I also drilled a hole here so I can run the power line out and make my connections. For installing the light box in there so it doesn't fall out if it gets bumped, I'll just run a screw in to the side here, right into the light box on both sides, and I'll anchor it in and it won't go nowhere. So that's done. One of the big panels done. 5 more to do, and it's the same process. Hey guys, welcome to another segment. For you guys, it's been only a couple of seconds since the last segment. For me, it's been about 4 days. Let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, 4 days. It's Tuesday for me at this point in time. Had another good weekend at the markets. I'm going to give you a little recap on what we've gotten done so far, even though you've already just got done watching all of it. I'm doing this more for my own purposes than anything else. Okay, we got started with the rafters, and I went through and I got gussets on all the rafters on both sides to strengthen them up, and they've gotten a good healthy coat of black. And then out here, you can see all the wall panels. We've gone through and fitted all the exterior skins to all the panels, got the holes cleaned up. The ones are going to be getting are going to be having the light boxes in them. We got those all cleaned up and ready for the light boxes and set for wiring, what have you. So that's 2 major components of the mausoleum done: the rafters and the walls. Now the last major section is the entrance and exit arches that I built last vlog. While I got the main structures built, I didn't get any of the mechanical systems or anything like that installed. So we're going to be working on that, and we're going to start with the entrance arch, because that's actually going to be about the easiest one to do in my mind. What I'm doing with the exit arch, I don't know. Entrance arch, well, here, let me show you what we've got for supplies. First off, we got Gargi over here. I need to get 2 red LEDs installed in his eyes and get him wired up. That's easy, probably 10-15 minutes if that, and he'll be done, ready to go. And he just sets up on the entrance arch. He doesn't get mounted to it. I went down to Home Depot. I picked up some 2-inch piping and 3/4-inch piping, and we're going to use that for doing a fog run on the entrance arch and an air cannon on the other arch. And the patterns I'm following to do the air cannon, I'm following Ghoulish Cops, Rich Dupree. He'd made one several years back, and he had gotten the idea from somebody else. But I'm going to kind of take what he did and put my own twist on it. Major one, when I'm building it, I'm going to use the proper glue. He had forgot when he filmed his vlog and used the wrong glue. When he pressurized it, it exploded. Literally, in ways he didn't want. He went back off camera and got it fixed and got it working right. But this is going to be a low pressure air cannon. Max pressure is going to be about 75 pounds worth of air in it. Most air cannons run, 100, 150, pounds pressure, depending on their air compressors. We got the piping, and I've got all my fittings, my valve, my glue and primer, a couple of regulators and stuff. So we're all good to go that way. First step, like I said, we're going to be working on the entrance arch. So the first step for that, I got to get the entrance arch in here. Both the boxes, the pillars, and the arch itself. And we're going to see if I have enough room. I don't think I do with that light up there to actually set it up in here so I can work on it. We may end up having to do it in pieces. We got the entrance arch done. Set dresser is going to give us a hand here. Hey, set dresser, hit that button. Yeah, I think it's getting on its recool time. We've been playing with it pretty good. But the fog is coming out. Yeah, it just went into a cooling cycle. It's petering. Or did you let go of the button?
I let go of the button.
Oh. Set dresser's having fun. But we've got fog coming out. And we have the fogger up here. I can't tell what you're seeing. There we go. Fogger. We got our down pipes and it just comes over to a T and back to a fogger. And that's all we did. Now I was thinking about maybe here and over here on this side of the T, hooking up a solenoid with an air line to help shoot the fog out, and it would create a breeze down below. I think for this year I'm just going to go with the way it is. It's less.
Yeah, there's always wind, so there's always going to be a breeze.
Yeah, that's true. See, I get it on camera one way or the other. You turned off the fog. It's supposed to be fogging. Good, you're on camera until it fogs up. There we go.
I don't want to think how the neighbors think we're on fire over here.
By that smell, I don't think they're going to think that. And see, we're getting a Kaylee in the video too.
You never know.
But anyway, I'll give you a rundown on the piping here in just a sec. But I wanted to give you guys a look at the fog. It seems to be working okay. It's kind of coming out both hitting in the middle and doing kind of a little cloud. And then I'll go up and in. And if Tater sees this, this is not your stuff I'm using. This is some old spirit stuff for fog juice. We'll probably be using some of Froggy's bog fog in it, because I'd like to keep it near the ground. Okay, set dresser's back in the house. I did get the LEDs into Gargy. I put red LEDs in his eyes. So that part's done. I ended up running a 2-inch pipe down the column and down into the base. You're getting kind of wonky because I got this damn stick on the camera. Into an elbow with a small section of pipe that goes over to the hole in the box. Okay, from the bottom we did a pipe up the pillar into several 90s and over to a T. Did the same thing with that one. So both pipes are connected. And then we did a little inlet valve for the fogger. Now I could have angled this part there down so it would hit the fogger better, but I got to think if that fogger ever goes toast, I'm going to get a different fogger. It might be a little taller, you know, so I got to shim it. I'm not worried about shimming. That's just nice. That's just fine. And right now I've got the fogger hooked up to a push button. In the haunt, it will be hooked up to a scuba board. And you really can't see it going into the pipe, can you, on the camera? Or maybe you can. But you can definitely see it coming out down there. Now originally, with all the piping and everything, I was thinking about using adding air to it. Put an air line in, the pipe going that way, and another one going in this way. That would turn on the same time the fogger turns on, to help blow the fog through the pipe. It would also give a whistling noise too, or a rumbling noise in the pipes, which they'd hear as they're going through. I think this year we're going to go without the air in there. It'll be one less thing to have to hook up. So effectively right now the entrance arch is done, finished. I'm going to go ahead and get that taken down and get Gargy put back in the shop, and then we're going to get the exit arch in here, and we got a lot of work to do with that. Okay, we've reached the point, last segment. Last segment for this vlog. And an air cannon, courtesy of Rich Dupre, aka Ghoulish Cop. There we go. He did, Rich did, I think it was 3-inch or 4-inch PVC pipe, about 5 foot long. He had air going in one end of the tank and out the other end. Me, I decided to do a 6-chamber PVC pipe air cannon. Right now I've got it set for 90 pounds PSI. I need to dial it down just a little bit. We did try running this at 125 pounds and it was a little much. But I've got all the, I got the air going in here in the back so I can strap the hose to the arch when I run it out to hook up. We're using a sprinkler system valve, which is working perfectly for this. And then I've got, instead of 1 port, I did 2 ports, which is giving me a great sound. More than, instead of the bang noise you get with a normal air cannon, I'm getting a roaring noise instead. I've got it hooked up. Let's give it a shot. And we'll go down inside. Wonky camera angle. And you should be able to see the ports there where it's coming out. One air cannon. So that's my take. With the way I'm going to have the haunt set up this year and where this arch is going to be at, I'll either be catching people as they're coming out of the mausoleum and they'll get hit with the air and the noise, or if they've already gone through the arch, then the noise will get them, because that is fairly noisy, and it's probably going to be worse once we get this jacked up in the air. But that's a story for another day. Another project I've got to do, and related to this, is I'm going to set this up, both the exit and the entrance, full mausoleum. I'm going to get set up in the backyard first part of next week. We will be doing another vlog, a daytime and nighttime reveal with everything working in it. So that vlog will be out next week. This vlog we're going to upload now. You're going to have to wait until next week for the daytime, nighttime reveal to see everything put together. Past that, I'm going to say stay spooky, stay toxic.